Guys, have a block in hands reach for the beginning, and also have a blanket sprawled out on your mat where it's going off the mat. It'll make sense when we get there. Wednesdays, the class is as a kind of combination of gentle and restorative. On Mondays, we do more of a gentle flow, so it stays pretty active. But I'll always mix this one up. Last week, we were 100% restorative because of that big full moon we had. This week, I thought we would do a blend. We would do a little movement and then restore, a little movement and restore. And I don't have a huge theme plan today other than to say, today's lesson is a little bit about slowing ourselves down, because yes, this pandemic slowed everybody down, but it seems like things have really sped up again. And as things speed up again, and as our schedules get a little bit busier, some of us are also kind of wanting to go back to that slow down pace a little bit. It was nice actually for things to slow down. And we're realizing as things kind of are coming back to not really normal, but considerable normal, that we're all kind of in a different space with it. So yesterday I went to see Ann Coffey.
You did?
Yes, I get AccuDetox from her, and I've been going every other week to deal with hot flashes and night sweats with menopause, and it's so helpful.
Okay.
Very helpful. I highly suggest any woman to use acupuncture to help with that. But it had been about a month since I've been able to go because I've been out of town and I was under the weather. So anyway, I went yesterday, and some of you know my ears have been clogged since I flew back from Greece. And when I went to see her in the office, as soon as she shut the door and we were in the room together, she just started venting to me. She was like, I'm so sick of this, because in the, we're still wearing masks, and she was like, I'm just so sick of this. And she went through her vent, and she was like, so how are you doing? And I'm like, I just want to be able to hear again. I want my ears to be open. And so we were just talking about, the few frustrations that we had and that we were experiencing yesterday. And she said something, she said, I feel like I haven't really had a break. She was like, we've just been going and going and going. And I said, yeah, I feel the same way. And we were talking about how we all have a mental threshold. And our mental threshold can only take so much before we either burn out or break. And so it's important to pay attention with your mental health on when you do need a break, when you need to pull back, when you do need to say no, when you do need to slow down, because only we can stay responsible for our own health and well-being. So that's what I want us to do. I want us to purposely just kind of slow things down and be okay with the slower pace.
Oh, wait, can you hear?
What's that?
Can you hear now?
I'm like, what? It's muffled. It's muffled. I can hear,
Okay.
but it's very muffled. It's annoying. And I can't tell if I'm projecting my voice enough or too much. So bear with me on that. Let's start on our backs. And the blanket here is going to be a little extra padding for the spine. And I want you to bend your knees. Flatten the soles of your feet to the mat. And then once you flatten the soles of the feet, the knees are bent. They can stay upright and parallel, or you can collapse the knees to each other if that's better for your low back. And let's just separate the hands away from the body, flipping the palms open so the head of the shoulder bones can roll back. And gently turn the lids of the eyes down. Just take a moment to tune into yourself, to allow the breath to tap you within. And just notice the state of your body, the state of your mind, the state of your emotions. Without judging them as being good or bad, right or wrong. And this way you know what you're working with today. Since our intention is to slow down, I want you to set your intention to slow down and to take pause. Pressing the pause button on filling up your calendar, thinking about your to-do list, or figuring out your schedule. Let yourself be here now. And try to embrace the aspect of being versus doing. We're still living if we're acting and being productive, but we're also equally living if we're relaxing and taking a break. Life is precious whether we're doing or not. Life is fragile, and it's important to stay balanced. Think of the balanced symbol yin yang, where it represents half masculine, half feminine, half active, half passive, half light, half dark. The doing and the being. Let's remember, life should not be looked at as a competition or a race. So let's enjoy slowing down a little today. Take some deep, slow, rhythmic breaths. And now that you're beginning your breath work, place your hands lightly on your abdomen. Feel the expansion on the inhale. And how the belly retracts on the exhale. And we're going to slip the hands off the body, extending the arms down beside us so the shoulders crank down away from the ears. We're going to start off with some miniature cat-cows. So basically we're just rocking and rolling the pelvis back and forth. So as you inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, sending your hip points towards your thighs and letting the low back lift and sway away from the earth. As you exhale, plug the feet firmly into the floor. Feel the tailbone elongate towards the feet and the belly suction in to flatten the low back. Inhale, moving towards your sits bones, arching the low back. And then exhale, digging the feet down to flatten the low back. And then move through this rotation. Reversing the action as you breathe. After your next out breath, just neutralize the spine. Or it's feeling like it's halfway in between. Circle the arms up overhead, plug the feet down, fire up your hamstrings and glutes, lifting thighs, hips, abdomen, chest towards chin. And as you exhale, let the arms circle back around and lower one vertebra at a time. Kicking this up a little bit, inhale, lifting into Setu Bandhasana, your half bridge, push down firmly through the mounds of the big toes. And then exhale, roll it back down. Continue this process 3 more times. Inhale, strengthening the back body and opening the front body. Now on this final one, find your block so that when you start to tuck the tailbone and lift the buttocks off the floor, you can slide the block underneath your sacrum at your low back. And now turn the palms open again once you are supported. Close your eyes. Feel that stretch through the front side of your hips and across your belly. Feel the inversion of the knees being higher than the hips higher than the heart higher than the head. And then affirming internally, as you hold this position, I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. Now I'll put you in a position where the feet are flat to the floor, but some people like to extend one leg out or both legs out so that you're bringing in the full bridge to the equation. So know that you're welcome to do that, to change it up, or to make it just slightly more dynamic. If you straighten one or both legs and your low back starts to feel cranky, just know it's not worth the discomfort, and it's okay to just slide the feet back. That makes it more easeful for you to hold. If you have extended the legs, I would suggest walking the feet back, anchoring the feet underneath the knees. Because now we're going to inhale, change it up. Fly the right leg side. Point the foot. Circle the leg off to the right side. Drip it down towards the corner of the mat. And then inhale, build it right back up. Exhale, circle that leg around to the right. Dip it down towards the floor and inhale to the top. And do that a couple more rounds. And then when the foot's reaching back up towards the ceiling, flex the ankle, push up through the heel of the foot. Pause there with the dorsiflexion, energizing your calf muscles. Bringing some additional blood flow there to that region. And keep pressing the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. And then gently lower the foot to the floor. Notice the energization. You've awakened in the right side. And then fly the left foot up. Start off with the toes pointed. And then circle the leg off to the left. Drip it down towards the top corner of the mat, and then inhale to the top. Exhale, open the hip as you circle it around. Inhale to the top. Couple more rounds as you breathe. The next time it's extended above you, change up the flexion in that foot. Instead of pointing the toes, you're pressing up through the heel. Feeling the difference with the engagement. And then exhale, sit the foot back down. Now that both feet are down, tuck the tailbone, lift away from the block. Once you tighten the glutes to lift, slide the block away and roll it down gently. One vertebra at a time. Once you lower, cross your left ankle over the right thigh. Pick up your right foot, place your hands behind the left. Coming into eye of the needle or figure four. Your arms can control how much or little you give yourself. Make sure the channel of breath is open and free. Gently release the right foot, stand down on the left foot. Pick up your right foot, cross it over, take that position to the opposite side. Hugging and holding your left thigh. Staying anchored in the low back. Trying to decrease any stress, tension, toxins, fatigue, or illness that may be held. Hip. Gently release. Stand down on the right foot, roll to your right side, and then go ahead and slowly. All right, we're going to use this blanket that is spread out in front of us. Now that we've opened up the hips a little bit, we're going to come onto our bellies. We're going to slide the right knee about in line with the hip. Instead of allowing the foot to cross over to the sticky mat, send it off to the blade. Press on the interior side of the foot. Bring your arms into the goddess or winged arms and lower down to your left ear. And feel free to close the eyes. You face plant down and close your eyes. Check in with your arms and shoulders. Make sure they're available for this positioning. If there's any tightness, if you feel like it's catching your breath, you can alter the position of the arms to make it more conducive for you. So just kind of reflect back on the practice. There's poses in which we're doing and poses in which we're just resting in stillness, the aspect of being. Why it's important to find and strike a balance between the two as we travel through life. So many people that have been approached at the end of their life and asked the big question, like, do you have any regrets? Is there anything you would change? And I've never heard one person or one account say, I should have worked more. Right? Everybody says the opposite. Should have done less. Should have enjoyed life more. I've even heard someone say, I should have eaten more ice cream.
Give yourself permission to just be. Gaining benefits of being positioned here. You'll gain more benefits if you truly and totally let go. On your next in-breath, straighten out your right leg. Flip to the other side of your face. And then slide your left knee up. Turn to the interior side of your left foot. And settle back into the pose. Notice if there's any resistance in one or the other shoulder. If so, alter your shape. Notice if you're experiencing that in your neck. Noticing if you're experiencing it in one or the other hip. So feel free to make any adjustments, feel free to add in any support so that you can truly drop into a state of being. Less than the doing. The only doing we're working with is just concentrating the mind and attempting to stay present in the here and now. Holding for a few more rounds of breath. When you're ready, draw the hands up underneath the shoulders, stretch out through the left leg, lift the face, neutralize the neck, and then push up into a standing Vajrasana where you're on your knees and chins. This is where you may want that padding of the blanket. So when we come up to standing Vajrasana, I'll hear you guys. You're gonna extend your right leg over and turn the toes away from your body. Float the arms up shoulder height, flip your left palm, and then curve over to Parigasana gate pose. So you can have your hand on your hip, thigh, or shin, just no weight resting in.
Breathe into your left lung. When you're ready, inhale, come out of gate, slide that foot just slightly closer so that you can lunge the knee and roll open through that thigh. Good, now float the arms back up. Turn the gaze down the right fingertips. A modified way to do warrior two. Now gaze back towards me. Rest that elbow to the thigh and send the other arm up towards the sky. Getting a little blend here. Good, now press through that foot, slowly come up. You can bring the hands down to lower the knee down. You can even extend that left leg to the side before floating your hands back up. And then spin that toe, the toes of that foot away. Lift the arms up shoulder height. Flip your right hand open and take Parigasana. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. When you hear that term gate, I want you to notice what shows up in your imagination or in your mind's eye. The beautiful ornate gate. Is it old and rusty? Is the gate open or is the gate closed? Just being with that can show you where your mindset is in the present moment. On your next in-breath, come back up. As you exhale, slide that foot in, lunge that knee, take warrior two. Gazing down the left fingertips. Drawing in and up through the navel center. As you exhale, you can turn back to face me. You can rest on that thigh and take the other arm straight up towards the sky. Inhale, press through that foot to come up. You can lower that knee down. I'm going to turn back to face this direction. Because we're staying in Standing Vajrasana, but we're going to lift the arms up and arch back like a little camel. Nothing too fierce. As we exhale, scoop into the belly and then roll down over your lap, child. But we're going to float. So inhale, coming back up, camel. And exhale to child's. Inhale to camel. Exhale over to child's. Do two more. The thighs and hips are shifting forward as the arms splay and we open the heart. And last one. But before we come down to child, we're actually going to find that bolster. We'll separate the knees around it. Bring the big toes together to touch. And then this time we're taking a restorative child. So some people prefer resting on the brow. Some prefer on the side or the cheek. Take either one. Check in to see if you need any blocks to prop up underneath the bolster to bring it more to you. Close your eyes. Soften the muscles of the face. Relax your jaw. Soften your belly. Relax your feet.
there any place where you can sink and surrender a little more? That may be in your head, not your body. Turn to rest in the opposite side of the face, balance out the stretch of the neck. You were on the third eye in the neck. Anytime we do a simple movement, even just turning from the neck, we want to get engrossed back into our breath. Roll back into the breath. You can drop back into a relaxed state of being. Slide that much closer, pressing down the palms slowly. You come up, we're gonna take the bolster behind us. Now, if you want to use the blanket for something different at this point, you can also take it away. We're gonna do a little activity before we roll down upon it. So I would suggest the bolster being behind you, and your feet being spread out, knees bent. We're gonna hold the shins and inhale. We're gonna dip the head, blossom the heart through the knees, and squeeze the shoulder blades back. As we exhale, we scoop into the belly, we stretch back to the arms, and bow the head to the chest. It's called a seated cat cow. We're just doing the cow as we breathe in, reversing it, cat, stretching the cow. Just doing a few more. Next time you inhale through, you're gonna sink the shoulder to the inside of the left knee, and your right arm is gonna reach and radiate up towards the sky. So you're basically taking a twist. Good. Exhale, bring the right arm down. Rest the shoulder to the inside of the knee, and now carry the left arm sky. Gaze up if that doesn't straighten your head. Bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to do one more quick active pose. Lengthening through the vertebrae, folding over the feet for Baddha Konasana. Feeling that stretch through the inseam of the thighs. Now, if you wanted to do a blend of butterfly with your back bend, you can stay here and place the blocks under your knees before rolling up. Your blanket could be folded up as a pillow for your head, or of course you can cover up your body like so. You don't want the hip work. You don't need to use the blocks, and you can stretch the legs out. So I'll let you kind of form your opinion according to what your body's needing or feeling today. Take your time to get settled. You find that perfect pose to reside in. Aside the noble art of getting things done, know that there's also a noble art of leaving things undone. The wisdom of life includes the elimination of non-essentials. Think about times where we stop rushing through life. We can become amazed about how we have more time to actually live life. So it is important to slow down our minds, to slow down our bodies, to slow down our heart rate, to slow down our breath rate, and to allow the slower pace to perfume the soul.
your time. Strike that balance between doing and being. Remembering, even in yogic philosophy, when they talk about the postures, there should even be a blend of effort and ease, doing and being. So your effort just lies in your mind. Not being distracted, not being deterred away from the present moment. Just being present with what is.
Hips are still open. I want you to go ahead and elevate your knees. Flatten the soles of the feet. If your legs are extended, you're going to slide the feet back your way. Keep the feet open so there's distance between each one. And then rock the knees to your left. And then elevate the knees and switch them over to the right. We'll do this a couple more rounds, back and forth between the two sides. This will give us access to twist the lower area of the back. Eventually turning over to the right side. Join me in a comfortable seat. Sitting with the spine extended. Feel free to grab a bolster or block to sit on. That's more comfortable for you. So sitting upright, the eyes closed, your palms turned down. Just grounding back down into your body, down into your seat. We're always running on adrenaline, always constantly doing. It's hard for us to even imagine slowing down. Times where we slow down, sometimes we feel as though all that adrenaline departs the body, and then we realize how tired we are. So that's why the balance is important. Through your yoga and meditation, help point the way. Bring the hands together to prayer position at the heart. Thank you for showing up and slowing down with me today. May we all benefit from this practice. Namaste. Thanks guys so much for coming. Bring the extras.